Day after day, I must face a world of strangers where I don't belong. I'm not that strong.
Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy DreSays. Welcome back to the third episode of the DreSays podcast. I'm super excited about this episode. The last two episodes have been very deep, have been very sensitive, have been very intriguing. And I love that. I loved every aspect of it. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have put it out if I didn't. So I'm going a little bit lighter on this episode. This is episode 3. This is my birthday episode. My birthday was on the 25th. I'm 37 years of age right now. And I'm honestly just basking in life and enjoying the people around me. So what I did is I reached out to the most important people to me. There's more, but I couldn't get everybody in one segment. But some of the most important people to me to give me some feedback on me, to let you guys know who they are and what they think of me, good, bad, and ugly. You know what I mean? So without further ado, let's get this started. The first person on the list, I ain't gonna lie, next to my mama is the most important person in my life. And that's my older sister. Without her, there will be no me. So let's get it going.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy birthday, Andre, aka DreSays. You are my brother. For those who don't know, you're my little brother. And this is Rodney, my husband.
I am the brother-in-law. Boom!
And one thing that I would say I really like about you is that you're very giving. You give to people without even thinking twice, and I love that about you.
Dre, you are the people's person. You are great energy around people. So many people have so many great things to say. It is just that, it seems like you're a picture-perfect person, man, and that's what I have to say about you.
Yes, and then one thing that I would say maybe you can improve on, I won't say I don't like about you, but I think you can improve is being less indecisive, like really knowing what you want, honing in on it, and just going for it. Yeah.
Take this Fly Death brand to the next level, man. I'm telling you, you need to be at the next level. You need to be up there with Sean John and all that, bro. So think of a way to get there. All right.
All right.
Fly Death for life.
Love you.
Peace.
Peace.
Like I told y'all, man, this is, next to my mama, this is the most important person in my life. My sister's my sister. She's my older sister. She is honestly the center of my universe. And it's crazy because we are not like most brother and sister. Like, we're not super close. But don't you think for a second, if one of us doesn't call on the other one, if we're not there in 2 seconds. Don't you think for a second, if when someone comes after our family or friends or the other, we are not on the horn with each other instantaneously. This is the mother of my niece and nephew. This is my mom's firstborn. This is my big sister. Someone not to be fucked with unless you want to fuck with me. So like I said, I love her to death. And she's dead on. She's dead on. I'm very indecisive when it comes to what I need to do or what I want to do for the rest of my life. Obviously, fly definition is the key for me in my future. I have a career as well. But there's so many other things. I have a podcast now. I like to work with children. I always talk about wanting to work with children and helping them with further their future. So there's a lot of things that I've put out on the table that I like to think I'm pretty decent at. And so I see where she's going with that. She wants me to hone in on one thing and just focus on that. And I promise you, Ro, I will. 2020 is going to be the change. Rodney, my brother-in-law, I love you, bro. I really do. You are... honestly, the first real brother I've had. You've seen me grow from a teenager to what I am now, and I know you've seen the good, bad, and ugly. So I appreciate you, and obviously for being the father of my niece and nephew and being a great husband to my sister. I applaud you because Rochelle is not an easy person to deal with. And I know my nephew's exactly like me, and my niece is exactly like her. So thank you, and good luck with the rest of that. We plan on pushing Fly Def to the fullest. I want to go past Sean John, to be honest with you. So Don't you worry. We on the job, bro. With that being said, speaking of Fly Def, next person, I mean, he don't really need no introduction, bro. Like, if y'all don't know if you know who I am, you know who the hell Fly Def Rel is. That's my bro, man. That's my business partner. So we gonna push his video up next, man.
Happy birthday, bro. You always with the extra shit. But it's your birthday, so I got you. We met, 20 years ago now? Working at Finish Line of Marketplace Mall. Getting all types of shit, but we're not gonna get in that today. Since then, you've become more like a brother to me than anything. Not only to me, but my brothers, you know, my mom, my cousins, my aunts. You know everybody, and everybody knows you. One thing I know I love about you is I know I can depend on you. It's only got a short list of people I call when I need something anyway. And in this day and age, that shit's hard to find. The one thing that gets on my nerves the most, and you know this, is when you answer a question with a question whenever I ask a question. It drives me fucking nuts. But other than that, you already know what it is, bro. Let's get it. Happy birthday. Another year, more life, more progress, more accomplishments. Let's go.
Yeah, I knew at the moment I asked him to do this video, I knew that was gonna be his one issue with me. By the way, let me address the positives first. 100% he can depend on me. 100% he knows if he calls me, no matter what, I got him. That's true friendship. That's true family. There's never been a doubt between us since we started this shit. I promise y'all, there's not been a doubt between us. There may be little squabbles here and there about designs or whatever, or some shit we gonna put out, when we gonna put it out. I'm crazy and out there with certain shit. He's more reserved with certain things. He likes to take certain risks on things that I don't. But there's never been a doubt in either one of our minds if we got each other's back. Dependable is an understatement on both paths. Now let's get to the other shit. Answering a question with a question about a question. Yeah, I'm guilty as fuck of that. I'm guilty as hell of that. For instance, Terrell will send me 2 designs. I will reply back with either another 2 or be like, dope. So which one do you like the most? Which one are you thinking? I like this about this one, but what do you think about this one? And I know it drives me crazy, but I think it's what makes our brand what it is. I think it's, you know what I mean? He's going to kill me for this one, but I honestly think it's like the, you know what I mean? It's the key to all of it. If he was just to ask me a question, I would just go with something I will always in the back of my mind but think, well, is that really what he wants to do? Or is he just giving me this option because he doesn't want to make the choice? So I'm going to fire back at him. So we're going to be doing this for a very long time, probably till we old and gray. And it's going to bug him the whole fucking time. But no matter what, he's still going to have my back and I'm going to have his. I knew that's the fucking question he was going to say, or the thing he was going to say about me he didn't like. Number 3. This is, woo! You met my big sister. Say hello to my little sister, y'all. This is my heart, y'all.
What's up, Dre? This is your sister, Erica, and
your brother-in-law, Gerard.
So what I love most about you is your ambition, your hustle and drive, and that you just have a huge heart and are very thoughtful. What about you, babe?
Biggest thing I like, like about you, love about you is your energy. You always bring positive energy. Big guy with a lot of swag. Yeah, you're just smooth. Yeah.
Okay, and the one thing I don't like about you is that we are too much alike. So you always call me out on my shit. So, I mean, I do love that about you, but if I had to come up with one thing that I don't like, then it would be that.
There ain't nothing I don't like about you, so we good.
All right, we love you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Let me say this because I don't say it enough to my younger sister. Erica, I love you. I really do. My older sister knows because I tell her as much as possible. My younger sister, we, you know what I mean, we're very much alike, like she said. So we don't talk as much as we probably should. Doesn't mean that we don't care about each other. Doesn't mean that we wouldn't do anything for each other. We're the same person. If you need me, call me. No news is good news. That's how we kind of live our life. And we call each other out on that bullshit. But I love you to death, E. G, bro. thank you. Thank you for being a good husband to my sister. Thank you for calling me before you asked her to marry me or marry her, and ask my permission. I appreciate that. I know my father, if he was here, would appreciate that. So thank you. Thank you very much. Again, bro, you have a very big task ahead of you because, like Rodney, you Negroes went and picked the toughest women to marry in your life. You know, most of the time people are like, oh, I mean, she got an older brother. You got to watch it. I'm not the one you got to worry about, bro. That one right there, you got something on your hands, bro. But I know you up for the job, and I appreciate the hell out of y'all. I try to stay fly. You know what I mean? I'm a big nigga G, so I try to stay smooth as a motherfucker, man. I appreciate that. I know we don't know each other as well as we should yet, but we will, and you probably will find some things that irk you about me. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, it seems like we good. E, thanks for that, man. I try to be ambitious. I try to strive for more and do more. And I'm gonna continue to do that. So that is a positive thing about myself that I even love. So I really appreciate you saying that. But like I said, I love you. I love both of y'all very much. I'm gonna see y'all soon as all this COVID shit is over with. I will make a trip down there. But I thank y'all, and I really appreciate you. Yo, the next person, this is my dog, man. This is my nigga right here. This is my nigga Rob. I appreciate you, Rob, for doing this, bro. I know this ain't the most comfortable scene for you, so thank you.
Yo, what up? Just want to do a quick video for my man, Andre Walker, aka DreSays. You know, that's my man for we've been rocking about 20 years. You know what I'm saying? I know it's his birthday, so happy birthday, big dog. Things I love about Dre, man, is Dre keeps it 100 no matter what, no matter how your feelings are, no matter your views, no matter anything on that. And, you know, you gotta appreciate that. And at the same time, man, the thing that I hate is a strong word, but the thing I can't stand about Dre is he always keeps it 100 to the point where even if you want to do something, like say if you want to, you know, you throw an idea at him and you feel it in your heart, and Dre feels it's a bad idea, he gonna tell you about it. And I don't really think that's really a bad thing, but sometimes in a moment when I'm trying to go through, I don't be wanting to hear that. But either way, man, it's all love, bro. You already know what it is.
My nigga Rob. Bro, I love you, bro. On some real shit. He right. Rob's 100% right, man. I keep it 100 all the time. I went through a spell, probably junior high, where I would hold in my thoughts, at high school too, holding my thoughts on people or what they were doing or their thoughts on me. I wouldn't say shit. And as I've gotten older, I refuse to ever do that again. So the phrase keeping it 100 pertains to me 1,000%. I don't give a shit, to be honest with you. I don't care your opinion on me. I don't care what you're feeling at the moment. I'm going to keep it 100 the whole time because I want somebody to do that to me. Don't candy coat some shit. Don't sugarcoat it. Let me know. Keep it raw all the time. I know sometimes you have to take into people's feelings into consideration, but I did that enough in life. So at this point, it's just kind of, I'm going to be me all the time. I know you don't like that either, Rob, because some shit that you come up with be bad ideas, my nigga. And I can't let you go through with it. So I have to be like, nah, bro. That's not a good idea. That's me being a good friend. If I was to let you go through with some of that stuff, I feel like I would be doing you an injustice. Thanks for popping on the camera, though. Like I said, man, I know this isn't your thing. But I really appreciate you doing that. Who's next? Oh, this one's cool. This one, I appreciate this one a lot. This one here, I know she doesn't want to do this. But I know she will for me because I would do anything for her.
How do I know Dre? I have known Dre for about 15 years now. He is someone that has become such a close friend of mine, family. He is someone that if I'm having a rough day or if something I need to bounce ideas off of, he is someone that I can call anytime, day or night. He is a true friend. He's an amazing human. He is someone that I am blessed to have in my life. He's an amazing uncle. He has amazing work ethic. He's creative. He's an amazing friend. He is someone that if I say, hey, I need your opinion, he's like, do you want the Dre opinion or do you want the friend Dre opinion? I'm like, give me the Dre opinion. Give it to me raw. And I respect that so much about him. He is honest. He's unfiltered. He accepts you, flaws and all. He doesn't judge you. He will motivate you. He will push you. He will make you feel like there's nothing that you can't do. And you need people like that in your life. You need someone who can just encourage you on days that you just don't feel self-encouraged. Those are things I love about him. Something that I don't like about him, up until now, there was nothing that I didn't like about him. But right now, I don't talk into a camera. I don't vlog. This is not my thing. So that's what I can say right now after 15 years that I don't like about him is that he has taught me talking to a camera. So you know he's important to me. You know if it means a lot for him and he asked me, which I was completely honored to do it, that I was going to do it because it was important and he's important. So Dre, this is for you, even though I don't do this, but for you, you got it. So I hope that this new chapter is everything that your heart desires. It's filled with immense blessings, prosperity, health, wealth, happiness, everything that your heart desires because you deserve it and so much more. So this is for you. Happy birthday, and I hope you enjoy your day.
Thank you. Thank you, Shadia. I know you didn't want to get on that camera. I knew you'd do it for me. I know you didn't want to do it. You say some of the greatest things about me all the time. And I appreciate it very much. And I know that you think I'm great and that I'm always there for you. But that's because it's you. That's because you're one of my people. That's because you're a part of my circle. I don't do that for everybody. I do that for all of my people. Anyone that you see in these videos and a few more, I would break my back for. I will always be there for if they need me, if they have questions, if they need encouragement, because they would do the same for me. There's not one person on this video today that would not do the exact same for me. So of course, I'm going to give it back to them 100%, if not 150. I know there's nothing you don't like about me until this point, because I'm going to push you, Shadia. I'm going to push you until you do what you're great at. And I know you think being in front of the camera is not that, but obviously it is. This is not that hard. And you have so much knowledge, especially in your field, that you could be sharing and helping people that I need to push you to get to that point. So just be prepared, because I'm not going to let up. And again, you're one of my family. I love you to death. You already know that, though. Who we got next? Big Rob is next. My guy.
How's it going, everyone? My name is Rob. I've known Dre for the better part of about 11 years now. I met him through my wife. They were really good friends back in high school. And funny story, I'll keep it short. I originally didn't want to meet Dre. Wasn't really interested when I met my wife. And she was like, you gotta meet my best friend. Cool guy. And I was like, nah, I'm good. But 11 years later, he's family. So, two things. One thing I love about Dre, I can trust him. In this world nowadays, it's really difficult to find someone you can trust around family, you can trust around the things that you treasure most. And the one thing that I don't necessarily enjoy about Dre, cyclically every year, he tends to disappear. And I'm not sure if it's, stress and things like that, but I think it's something that he's talked about in his last blogs. And it's something that, as men, we have to address, is that when things get really stressful, we internalize it, we let it build up, and then we shut down and we put everybody away. And I think that's something that I wish that we communicate a little more about as men. And it's when we think about when things get rough, relying on that circle of friends, that circle of family that you can really trust and rely on to help you through whatever it is that you're going through.
The way me and Rob met was fucking hilarious. So, like he said, his wife Claudia has been my friend since, middle school, high school, around there. It's funny because after we met, we shared these stories with each other. Like he said, when she was like, yo, you got to meet my best friend, Dre. He's a really cool guy. Rob was like, nah, I'm good. And when she told me, yo, you got to meet Rob. This is this is my man. Like, I love him. I think you guys will get along great. I was like, hell nah, I ain't meeting him. I already know what he think of me. I know he think male best friend. Hell nah, he trying to get with my girl. So I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to meet him. And come to find out he was thinking the same thing. The crazy part about it is that me and him have grown, I wouldn't say closer than me and his wife, because me and her are always going to have that bond, you know what I mean, that we've been friends longer, and we know each other thoroughly, like a lot better than me and Rob to this point, actually. But me and Rob, that's my guy. Like, you can't tear us apart. We go through shit together. We talk about shit together. We have great conversations about life, insecurities, stuff like that, that I couldn't have with his wife because she's not a man, so she doesn't feel that aspect like me and him do with each other. You know what I'm saying? So initially, hell no, we didn't want to meet each other. But that's my family now. And it will always be my family. Super professional. You see how professional he was in that video, y'all? I always joke about it. I tell people, yo, Rob is the clean cut version of me. Rob is the suit and tie version of Dre. I love you, bro. Who's next? Who's next? Oh, my guy. This man, myth, the legend. This boy right here can bench press your life.
What's going on, guys? Fitness Kensho here. Now, apparently Dre had asked us to make a 1 to 2 minute video in honor of his third podcast for the DreSays podcast, but also in honor of his birthday that's coming up. So first and foremost, happy birthday, Dre. I wish you nothing but the best. Keep fucking grinding. You already know. We talk after, away from this video. And 2, congratulations on completing your third episode of your podcast. So one thing that I do like about Dre, I love how Dre keeps everything all the way 100. He doesn't hold back. And I feel like we live in a society where people are lied to very, very frequently. So having somebody like Dre who just keeps it all the way 100 and just tells it how it is very, very beneficial, at least for someone like me. If you don't like the realness that Dre has to offer, unfollow him, unsubscribe to his podcast. It is what it is. Your feelings are going to get hurt. But number 2, one thing that I didn't like about Dre, but now it has changed because of the podcast, was that Dre didn't show those true vulnerabilities of what other people are going through. Everybody has insecurities. Everybody has some issues. So what better way to talk about it and let people know that you're not alone? And I feel the same thing you're feeling. But if you follow the podcast, actually episode 1, where he talks about male insecurities, something that's a real touchy subject that a lot of men don't like to talk about, he dives deep into that, and we got to know the real Dre, in my opinion. And all the friends that I've spoken to have said the same exact thing. That's the real Dre. That's what we appreciate, and that's the person that we love. So with that being said, those are my 2 things. Dre, keep grinding. I love the podcast. I love your topics. Happy birthday. Keep these fucking podcast episodes going. I'm tuning in. I'm subscribed. You're down on the notification squad. Bless up, brother.
Okay. First off, that's my guy, Fitness Kensho. Yo, if you don't know who Fitness Kensho is, you follow me, you must be, I don't know, you fucking lost in the sauce. Check him out on Instagram. He is the brand ambassador for the fitness end of Fly Definition. He also has a remarkable story on how he lost weight and gained muscle mass and became very healthy and fit. And he has training programs. So y'all jump on that. I do keep, like I said before, I keep it 100, man. People know that about me. I keep it like way 100, like unfortunately sometimes too much. To what he said about what he didn't like at first about me is that I wasn't tapping into those things. I really wasn't. You know what I mean? I kept it 100 with everything, but I wasn't showing people my vulnerable side when it came to that because I didn't think they deserved it. With my close friends, of course. When me and Kensho met, we met through Rob and Claudia. I didn't know him that well at first, so he wasn't seeing that side of me. It was strictly business. I kept it business the whole time. And then now our friendship has grown, and now that I'm putting it out to the world, he gets to see that side of me. So, welcome to it, brother. We don't unleash the beast, so I hope you're ready for it. We appreciate you at Fly Def, bro, more than you know. You've helped us tap into an industry that we would have never been a part. You have made my business partner a very healthy person, and very healthy conscious, and so that he can be around longer for his babies. So I appreciate the shit out of you for that, and I am going to get on the right track. I'm gonna come fuck with you as far as that. I promise. Like I said, there's some changes that gotta come, and that's a part of it for me. But Fitness Ken Show, Cheyenne, I appreciate you, bro. I love you. Let's see who's next.
Dre, my heart, I love you. Dude, I don't even remember when we met. When was it? It's been too long. But definitely it was because of Victor Gomez, VG. And thanks to him, we have this wonderful friendship. Dude, I love everything about you. What is there not to like? Maybe one thing. But for the most part, dude, I mean, you're family. Like, what can I say? You're phenomenal. You're a great person. You're a great human being. You value your family. You value your friendships. You're creative as fuck. I mean, what is there not to love? You know? The only thing I do say is that I wish we were a little bit closer and we spoke a little bit more. However, I say that to myself as well, because I end up getting in my little cave, you know, and I don't put in as much as I would like to. But at the end of the day, in hindsight, I think about it and I'm like, do we really need to speak all the time? Because I feel like the best of friendships don't require talking all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I will forever, forever, forever value your friendship and you as a human being, you know? So it's fine. We have a little space. We have a little distance. You're in New York. I'm in Miami. It's all good, you know, but let's try and keep in touch a little more. Other than that, I love the shit out of you, man, and I wish you nothing but success. You're killing it. You're doing it. You're chasing your dreams. You're smashing them. And you're you. I love you for who you are, and you better love me too, man. Love you.
If y'all don't know her yet, world, that is Gabby. Gabby owns Gag Threads. I love you, Gabby. So funny thing, and I don't think I've ever told this to Gabby. Gabby was the first person from the LGBTQ, I think I said that right. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, I apologize, y'all. Community that I became very close with. I never had an issue with any of them or anyone's lifestyle, but I'd never been close to it. So my first trip staying with Gabby in Miami, I was thrown into it. Like, I was thrown into the community. I think the first bar we went to was a gay bar. I was just kind of thrown into it. And I had never seen love like that. I'd never seen love between two women. And I'd never seen it portrayed in a way that I would love a woman. You know what I mean? So thank you for opening my eyes to that. I feel very naive saying that, but I was young at the time and I'd never experienced it. So I appreciate the hell out of her for that, even though she never knew that she was doing that for me. Gabby accepted me into her life with no question. Yeah, we had a mutual friend in common, but it wasn't that close. You know what I mean? Like, we were never that close at first. And I was like, yo, I'm going to be in Miami. She was like, come down, you can stay with me. And there was never a question to it. So I thoroughly appreciate you for that. I will always love you for that. You're like my little sister, man. I enjoy you so much. You give me so much energy. After I could be on the longest flight ever to Miami, and when I get there and see you, it's nothing but love and energy, and I thoroughly appreciate that. I'm going to be there very soon. Again, when COVID is over, like I told my younger sister, I will be there. I'm making trips all over just to go see people, to make sure that I connect with them, and make sure that we can, you know, maybe we can get that family together again. So I appreciate you, Gabby. I love you to death, and I can't wait to see you. Next up, well, you know what? Since Gabby brought up Vic, I think I got Vic here. Yeah.
My name's Victor Gomez. I've known Dre since 2000. I don't know, since he was 20. He wasn't old enough to get in a bar, but I used to let them in. So that means 17 years. It's a little crazy to think about, but one thing I love about Dre, the dude can freestyle. He's humble about it, but he's really good. It has been for a long time. But anyways, what I really love about Dre is that he just, no matter what you do to him, and I've tested this theory, no matter what you do to him, if he loves you, he ain't going nowhere. And I've said some pretty hurtful, horrible things before, being drunk and out of control. And this fucking guy is like, still my friend. One thing I don't like about Dre, I mean, I don't know. There's not really anything that I don't like about Dre. If I had to go hard because he said say anything, I would say it's, I wish Dre would invest himself in a healthier lifestyle, because to be honest with you, the world needs Dre. I need Dre just for motivation and to watch and listen to, and he's said some of the realest things just in the past few months that I needed. So we got to protect Dre at all costs. That's it, though. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Victor Gomez, ladies and gentlemen. I've known Vic forever. It's been some time, man. He's right. He was letting me in the bars before I was supposed to be in bars. We've gotten into trouble together. We've had great times together. We've had distance between us. And he's right. You know what I mean? But Vic has gone above and beyond for me before. So when he says that he's done and said things in the heat of the moment while intoxicated or whatever, and I'm still his friend, of course I am, as you are mine. We all have our faults. We all have our weak points. We all have points in life where we look back and go, man, I was fucked up during that time. But we don't all have that person that's going to be there afterwards, still being on you by your side, still supporting you. Vic had a clothing store. He was the first person to put my shirts in there before I was with Fly Def, before when it was just the DreSays face. You know what I mean? He believed in me and he supported me on that aspect. He didn't ask me for a dime. He was just like, nah, put him in here. So, yeah, we may have our tips. We may not speak for a while. That's my boy. Always will be. Vic. I promise. I promise I'm going to do better. I'll make sure I'm going to eat better. I'm going to get with Kensho. I'm going to get with B Will. B Will's not on this video, but I'm going to get with him too. I'm going to do better. I promise. I know y'all need me just like I need y'all. I ain't going nowhere. Who's next?
So I met Dre getting everyone together at work to go and play laser tag. It was like a really random event, but I wanted people to get out and have fun in the middle of like craziness. So I was working with a mutual friend of ours, and I was just like, hey, invite who you want. I want to make this a thing. Let's have fun. And so met Dre at Lasertron in Rochester. We had a blast, and then I just inserted myself into his friend group, and we've been really close since. I would say one thing that I love about Dre is his ability to make others around him feel so much love in the subtlest of ways. He doesn't need to say much or do much, but I think his ability to just listen to other people and to make everyone feel heard is something that's really unique in the world that we live in right now. One thing I don't love about Dre is that he makes it really hard to do that in return. He's always like on his own and doing his own thing, and always like really doing a lot of work to make Fly Def the amazing company that it is. So I would say those are the things that I love and don't about Dre, but regardless, happy birthday, and here's to many more.
Oh man. I love her. I love Janixa. She's always so peppy and happy, and I appreciate the fact that you inserted yourself into our group, because that's exactly what happened. We literally went out for Lasertron one night. I was like, oh, who's that? Rob and Claudia were like, oh, that's Janixa. She works with us. I was like, cool. And then she never left. She just became our friend. And I love that. I love the fact that she did that, because I know, you know what I mean? I know that it wasn't easy for her. I know her personally now. And I know that's not an easy thing for her to do. So I appreciate that she felt that she could do that, and she felt welcomed enough where she could be here. And of course she is. She's a part of the group now. You know what I mean? If you're a good person, I love having you in my life. If you're a good person, I don't mind doing anything for you. I don't mind the subtle things, the checking in on you, make sure you're okay, the, you know what I mean, just making sure that you're smiling and happy when we're all hanging out and doing stuff. I love doing that for my friends, man. I love when my friends feel great. I love when my friends are winning. So why would I not put that forward? You know what I mean? And I know I'm the most difficult person in the world when it is to coming to doing something for me, like giving gifts or wanting to spend time with me. I'm not the easiest person to do that with, but I'm gonna try to do better. This podcast and this year alone has showed me that there's certain things that about myself that I need to work on, and that is one of them. Letting people in is definitely one. I know people are gonna watch this like, well, you got a ton of friends that love you and care about you. Yeah, but when you're a secluded person like myself, to touch bases on what Rob says, I disappear at times. That's because when I'm with my friends or family, I put so much out for them. You know what I mean? I try to do so much and feel, you know what I mean, fill so many slots. Not that I'm being overworked or anything. But there's a point in the year normally where I just kind of go into my hole and keep to myself. It's nothing against them. It's just the way that I recharge, re-energize. And like I said, I'm going to try to do better with that. But it's who I am. It's a part of my character. It's who I am. I don't dislike it, to be honest with you. I love my family and friends, but I also very much value my alone time and my privacy. So I know it's difficult. I will try to work on that. And thank you for doing this video, Jamixa. I really appreciate it. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Are we really on the last one already? All right, folks, we're on the last one. And to bring it home, the homie Claudia.
Hola, mi gente from DreSays. This is Claudia, and I'm here to talk a little bit about Dre for his podcast. So I know Dre, we've been really good friends. He's actually the longest friendship that I've had in my life. We've known each other for 20 plus years. One thing that I really love about Dre is that he really goes out of his way to help his friends. So whenever they need him, if it's a favor or just, giving some help, if you need, to move or any little thing, I think he really goes out of his way to try and make that work, especially for the people who are close to him. And I know he's helped me out a lot in the 20 years that we've known each other. So thanks, Dre. What I don't love about Dre is that I don't think that he loves himself as much as he lets people believe that he does. I know that he says that a lot in his social media. If you follow him on social media, he has like this persona, I feel like. And I think one of the things that he can work on, or that I'd like to see him work on, is really loving himself more. I'm sure that we're going to have a conversation about it and probably a debate, but I think he really does, he's there for others more than he is for himself. So yeah, that's what I think that I don't love about Dre. But yeah, love you, Dre.
You goddamn right. We're gonna have a conversation. I'm joking. Claudia, thank you. I didn't know that I was one of your oldest friends. I didn't know. I knew we had been friends forever. I mean, we're close, obviously. You and Rob are married, so like I spent a lot of time with you guys, even before you guys were married. Like you the homie, so we've always been around each other. I just never realized that like I was your longest standing friend. In all honesty, like you're one of my longest standing friends too. I think there's maybe 2 people ahead of you in that category. But I do try. I try to do what I can for my friends. You know what I mean? I try not to, when I'm not in my cave, when I'm not hiding away, I do try to do as much as I can for my friends. If they need me and they call on me, I try to be there. That's what a good friend is. At least that's what I always thought it was. And I'll continue to feel that way. As far as the thing that you don't like about me, we're going to have a debate about that, obviously. But I saved your video for the last for a reason, so I could talk to people about this. At this point in my life, it's going to be very difficult for people that know me and those that don't to believe me when I say that I love myself to death. This is why. For most of my life, I didn't. For most of my life, it was a very big facade. I grew up the fat kid. I grew up the kid that moved from the city to the suburbs and was put in slow classes because I had to catch up, because my school system failed me. It wasn't the fact that I wasn't smart. It wasn't the fact that I wasn't intelligent, creative. No, I had all those things. I was blessed with all of that. Reading and writing, to this day, is still an issue for me. I've gotten 10 times better than I was even 9-10 years ago. You know what I mean? Just because I've taken the chance to slow down and actually look at what I do. But, you know, I mean, Rel catches it, friends and family catch it when I do it on social media where I spell something wrong or I spell what it's intended to be. It could be the same word, but it means something different. They catch that stuff. When I was younger, that was a very big insecurity of mine. Place that on top of being the fat kid. Place that on top of being the new black kid in a suburban area. It was difficult. So I didn't love myself that much. But I was always taught to keep my head up. So a lot of that was a facade. I know I got some of the fly clothes and kicks because my mom knew that about me. So she did as much because she broke her back to make sure I had the nicest things that she could afford. So that I would have at least an appearance of feeling like I loved myself. About the age of 21, 22 is when me loving myself for real actually came into play. That was when I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Like, no, I'm a good person. I have a lot to offer the world, and I do fucking love myself. That lasted till about 30. And then it became, fuck that, I'm the goddamn man. And it hasn't changed. So I can see why my friend of so many years will feel like maybe I don't love myself that much because I talk about how much I do all the fucking time. Because I need to reiterate that to myself a lot. I need to reiterate that to people who doubt me a lot. And I will forever do that. I will forever let you know how dope I am, how much I have to offer this world. I will forever remind myself that I'm the fucking man and ain't nobody gonna fucking put shadow over my shine. I have to. Who else is gonna do it for me? Yeah, these people you saw, this is my support group. They got my back, but I gotta have mine first. If I don't have my back, if I don't push myself, if I don't declare how fucking dope I am in this world, how am I to depend on anybody else to do that for me? So, Claudia, you know I love you to death, but I see why you would feel that way. It's hard to believe that someone that wasn't always secure and wasn't always confident is as confident as I am. But I promise you, I promise everybody watching this, I love myself to death, and I always will. I love all my friends and family. I love everyone who supports me and allows me to support them. I wish nothing but the best for everyone, including myself. Guys, this has been a great change of pace. Thank you for everyone who sent in the videos. I really appreciate y'all. Rochelle, my sister. Erica, my baby sister. Rel, my bro. Rob, my bro. Janixa, the homie. Vic, the homie. Gabby, I love you. Shadi, I love y'all. Listen, I appreciate the hell out of y'all. Claudia, thank you. Thank you very much because of you, I got to end my show on the note that I wanted to actually do an episode on. So thank you. Rob, Jay, my nigga, I'm going to always tell you when you're making a bad mistake. I promise you. Again, I appreciate y'all. Cheyenne, I'm coming to the gym, bro. Get ready for the gun show. This has been episode 3 of the DreSays podcast. Thank you, and I love all of y'all. Oh, wait. Before I go, y'all, for everybody that decided to watch this all the way through, I didn't advertise this on social media. I'm not going to. But if you watch this video to the end, if you like, subscribe, and comment, you will be entered into a drawing that I will pull out and announce on my next episode. It'll be a DreSays pack. The initial part of it is a DreSays book bag. If you haven't seen that, go on flydefinition.com and it'll be filled with some stuff. I promise. Thank y'all again. Peace.
Day after day, I must face a world of strangers where I don't belong. I'm not that strong.